President Bashar al-Assad is vowing to retake the whole of Syria, adding that such an operation could take, quote, a long time. Those comments come as reports on the ground indicate that government forces are in position to target the final supply route to the rebel-held eastern districts of Aleppo. To tell us more about all this, we're joined in the studio by our International Affairs Editor Rob Parsons. Rob, hello, thank you for being with us. What does this mean for the cessation of hostilities that John Kerry was hailing as a significant accomplishment just hours ago?
Well, it's not encouraging, is it? But I think perhaps if you're looking for positives from it, the only positive thing you can say is that his comments came before the ceasefire announcement was made. But it does rather suggest that President Assad's thinking is certainly out of sync with what the United States is trying to push into place at the moment. Whether it's out of sync with the Russian position or not is another matter. It's interesting that the formulation used by the Russians is that it says that they will continue the bombing against terrorists. And the question, of course, is how do you define terrorist? And since Al-Nusra is on their list of terrorists, and Al-Nusra particularly in the area around Aleppo, is cooperating with various of those opposition organizations, fighting groups in the area. It is entirely feasible that Russia will continue to bomb those groups in defiance of the United States and other coalition members who say that they should not be touched by it. So there's an awful lot of, as the UN envoy put it himself, cloudy areas that have to be clarified before any real conviction can be given to this agreement, I think.
Well, going to the situation on the ground and the humanitarian situation especially, there's been talks that the ongoing battle for Aleppo could create a new deadly siege. Yeah. Is that what we're facing with Assad's troops advancing on the city?
I think that it's without doubt, we're already seeing it. Just a few days ago, the Turks were saying there were 35,000 people in a tent city, you could almost call it, that's being formed on the border between Syria and Turkey. A few days later, today, we're hearing that there are 40,000 people there, and tens of thousands of others in and around Aleppo who are thinking about moving, who are terrified by the prospect of continuing bombardment. There are some 350,000 people in that area that's held by the rebels in and around Aleppo. Many of them will clearly be thinking about running for the border. The problem for them, of course, is that the line between the Aleppo and the border has been cut by Assad's forces, and many of them will be too scared to make a run for it. But there's no doubt that the area faces a refugee crisis even worse than anything we've seen so far, particularly if the encirclement of the city is completed. At that point, we'll be looking at the possibility of starvation of the scale that we've seen in places like Homs.